on request and have the right to bid on behalf of our vendor, aptly announced as vendor bids. These rules prohibit false bids, prohibit major disruptions from bidders, attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provide fines for such conduct. And then finally, when the paperwork hits my hand, we'll be taking no late bids. In essence, your auction rules. Simple particulars are we operate under here today. 10% is the deposit payable under the fall of the hammer, 30 or 60 days as your settlement date. So again, that's the auction rules, the particulars all clear, certainly concise, and just put in place to encourage all bidding. Well, Belinda, before we get underway, I want to make a few brief comments on the property up for auction. And captured here today, this certainly is a property that harnesses an absolute abundance of options and potential. Whether you're back, you might be looking for that renovator, it could be the development potential subject to council approval, or simply something that represents exceptional value. We are very confident the search does end here. Low set in its original form and all-encompassing, the 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, nice separation from your kitchen, living and dining space, harnesses that chance to inject your own personal style and touch right throughout, but the additional features on offer. We have the side access through to the backyard and approximately 738 square metres of land here to underpin the value of this property today and of course for many, many years to come. Then finally, our location, well, as stated earlier, it is all about the convenience. You are in the Pinewood primary and Brentwood secondary catchment and only moments from parklands, the shopping centre, cafes, all those lifestyle enhancing ingredients are truly just moments from your front door. As said earlier, 10% the deposit, 30 or 60 days as a settlement date on behalf of Belinda Van Suylen, the entire team at Ray White Glen Waverley. We submit it to you now. Hop, ding, bit it off, we get us underway. Well, there's been a huge amount of talk about the likely selling range of the property. 800, a little bit light low, but nonetheless, we'll welcome to the auction at 800,000. But at that level, probably have to nudge it north in a nice quarter on the stride from here. At 8, the offer, 850, a better bid and strong lunge for the keys. 75 at a minimum to reclaim the lead at 850,000. At 850,000, bid sits the right-hand side. 850,000 ready to get involved. We call it through 3 times. No delay. No. 900? 900 and welcome in beside Andrew at 900,000. At 900,000, front and centre. At 9 the bid again, we call it through 3 times. 900,000 is the offer, buys a quarter of the price. 925, can we say? At 900 the offer. At 900,000, 3 chances now, no delay. At 900 the bid. Once now at 900,000. And guys, the more you start to think about, no matter which way you look at it at this level, it certainly adds up. An abundance of options, potential and offer, the location, all about the convenience. 900 is bid, 925 is the answer. We have 2 calls remaining at 900, at 900,000. Twice now, all done, finish and silent.
905.
5 just as of yet. Well, welcome at 10. Can't be any less than that though. So at 900,000, extending that courtesy to all parties involved. 900,000 is the bid. Buys, we hold firm to interest outside the auction rules. Well excessive here. Again, we call it through, no delay. At 900 the offer. At 910 and back with our starter now. Our lamplighter reclaims the lead at 910,000. At 910,000, so buys, the options available. Do we come back at the 10 or a better bid and stronger lunge for the keys? It certainly presents. 920, welcome back at 920,000. 30 on the next bid from here at 920. At 920,000, again, buys in the interest of transparency.
930.
980, a better bid, strong lunch for the keys. Gentleman's offer at 980,000, knows the value for your slice of Glen Waverley at 980 the bid. At $980,000 the offer, again buys the $10,000 lunch for the keys it presents. 980 is offered, 990 is the answer, 3 chances now for further consideration at 980, at 980,000. Well, as soon as you ask so nicely, why not? Welcome in at 985,000. At 985,000, just across the road. Nice and even sequential 5, nothing less. 990, can we say? At 985,000, again front and centre, bid holds across the road. At 985,000 for the want of 90. 3 chances now for further consideration. At 985,000. At 985,000. Once now, no delay, no procrastination at this level. At 900. Take it to 9, never regret the value. 5 is the offer.
1 million.
1 million, a better bid and new interest services and strong lunch for the keys, knows the value at a nice neat even million on its own. Million and 33,000. Interesting bid and strategy. Welcome in, gentlemen's bid at $1,033,000. At $1,033,000 the call. $1,033,000 is offered. Gentlemen's favour to left-hand side at $1,033,000. At $1,033,000 the call. Buys, maybe suggestion a 2 in the stride, but don't let us limit you to that. $1,033,000 is the offer. 3 chances now for your slice of Glen Waverley at $1,033,000. At $1,033,000 the call.
They've gone in.
Once down.
$1,040,000, man.
$1,040,000. Return for the 7 in the stride. $1,040,000. 42. Return back at $1,042,000. At $1,042,000. Quick bid's a good bid. Gentleman's offer. $1,042,000 holds. It sits the left-hand side at $1,042,000. Well, as heard there, on behalf of Belinda and the entire team at Brave White Glen Waverley, we are on the market. We sell away. No better bidder offer. We welcome you over to Glen Waverley.
1045.
45. Welcome in at $1,045,000. 50. 50 straight back. $1,050,000. At $1,050,000 the offer, as stated by 55. 58. 60. 58 is the offer.
65.
65. A better bit of welcome in at 65. 68. $1,068,000 is the call. 70. 71. The more you start to think about it, again, no matter which way you look at it, it certainly makes sense. Gentleman's bid at $1,076,000. At $1,076,000, 3 chances now. We sell away. No better offer at $1,076,000. 80. $1,080,000 is the offer. You've been with us the whole way, extending the courtesy of time. $1,080,000 is bid. It now holds to the right at $1,080,000, sitting beside Natalie at $1,080,000 the offer. Thought you better say that. 81, and welcome back in. Our previous entrant reclaims the lead at $1,085,000. 4 on the rise, and welcome back at $1,085,000. 86. $1,086,000 is the offer. 90. $1,090,000. Hotly contested, why wouldn't it be? The ultra convenient location will have an absolute abundance of options and potential present for your slice of Glen Waverley at $1,090,000. At $1,090,000, 3 chances now. We sell away. No better offer at $1,090,000. Once now, all done, finish, and silence at $1,091,000, and welcome back, Andrew. Said with clarity at $1,091,000. At $1,095,000, keeps it consistent. 4 on the rise to $1,095,000. 1.1, heard it there first. At 1.1 the offer. At $1,100,000, that's what you call synchronised bidding, but heard it there first. At 1.1 the offer. At $1,100,000, bid sits beside Andrew. 1.1 is the bid. At $1,100,000, 3 chances now. We sell away. No better offer at $1,100,000. 1102. Welcome back in at $1,102,000. At $1,102,000, again, we bring it down a level. $1,102,000 is the offer. It is options potential from here. $1,102,000 is the bid. Buys 3 chances now at this stage. Bid holds to the right-hand side. It's a temporary congratulations, and 3 chances remain. We sell away at $1,102,000. At $1,102,000, the offer. 5 on top of 105. 105, and welcome in at 105. 106. 110. 110 is the offer. At $1,110,000. At $1,110,000 again, gentleman's bid holds with our previous entrant at $1,110,000 the bid. At $1,110,000. 111. 115. 116. 120. 121. 121 is the offer at $1,121,000. At $1,121,000. 122. 25 up to stride to 25. $1,125,000 is the offer at $1,125,000. Again, bid holds to the right hand side at $1,125,000. At $1,125,000. We call it through 3 times. 125 holds, it holds to the right hand side, ample time and opportunity to jump back in front. $1,125,000 is the bid. See thought process continuing, it intensifies. 125 holds. Any bid offer from here? 125 is the bid. We call it through. 1 call through, 2 remain at $1,125,000. At $1,125,000. Twice now, when I finish and silence at 1,125. 1130. And welcome back in at 1,130. 1,130 holds our previous entry across the road. 1,130 is the offer at 1,130,000. Only that word is only 31. 1,131. Just let you know, bid now sits here at 1,131. 32. 33. 1,133 is the offer. 34. 35. 40. Welcome in, better bid and stronger lunch. 140 is the offer. At 1,140,000. At $1,140,000 for the call out. Bid 60 side Belinda. At 1,140 the offer. At 1,140,000. 3 chances now for your slice of Glen Waverley. 1,145, a better bid, stronger lunch for the keys. 1,145 is the bid. 1,145,000. Reads to get involved. Match to 5, take it to 50. You'll never get the value. 145 holds. 50 can we say? Conversation continues there. 1,145 the offer. At 1,145,000. Once now, when I finish and silence at 1,145 the bid. Twice now, we sell away for your slice of Glen Waverley at 1,145 the offer for the third. And 46, did not see that coming. A new interest in. I heard 46 here. Did I hear 50 as well? 50, 150, a new interest on the buzzer, beats and bid, and welcome in at 150 the offer. At 1,150,000, new interest services to reclaim the lead at 1,150. At 1,151. 51. 1,151. 60 and welcome back in, 9 in stride at 160. At $1,160,000 the offer. New interest services, 160 is bid. 3 chances now. Further consideration at 1,160. At 1,160,000. Once now. 61 keeps it consistent at 61 the bid. So do we take the 9 again straight to 70? 61 hold. 1,161 is bid, sits beside Natalie at 1,161. Buys 3 chances now. For further consideration, please make those intentions. 165, welcome back. For the rise to 165, and it's 166. At 1,166 to bid, kick the 4 to strike. 170, can we say? 166 is the offer. At 1,166 the offer. Once now, when I'm finished and silent, at 1,166,000. Twice now, we sell away, we rock new owners at 1,166 the offer. Buys 2 calls. 170 and welcome in at 1,170. 170 now holds across the road at $1,170,000 the call. Again, buys ample time and opportunity. 1,170 is the offer. Again, bid sits front and center across the road at 1,170 the call. At 1,170,000 the bid. Once now, when I finish and silence at 1,170,000. Twice now, we rock nose at Glen Waverley at 1,171. Returns and welcome back in at 1,171. As we bring it down a level, hotly contested. Why wouldn't it be the offering? Location 171 is the offer. We keep the 4s astride. 75 it presents. 171 is bid. 72. Back with our previous bidder and entrant 172. Didn't say 75. 75 and straight back with 3 in the stride at 175. 175 is the offer. Again, 3 chances now for further consideration at 1,175. At 1,175,000, 3 chances now. We still await no better offer at 1,175 to call. Once now, when I finish and silent at 1,175,000. Twice now. 76. 176 is bid at 1,176,000. Gentlemen's bid back on the phone. 176 is offered. 180. Hold for a few moments. 176 is the call. Ample time at 1,176. Now, should you require the courtesy of time, we'll send it back. Must work for our clients. 176 hold. We are 1 call through with 2 remaining at 1,176. At 1,176,000. Twice now, when I'm finished and silence at 1,176 the call for the third. final chance. Well done, finish, and our gentleman's offer at 1,176,000 the bid. So I'm just going to reset the clock one last time. Ladies and gentlemen, make it very clear. We reset the clock one last and final time. Gentleman's offer just beside me at 1,176,000. Now, after the third and final call, we sell away. We cannot take a late bid. We do not reopen. 176 is the offer on top of the million. We meander around the crowd. Definitely got the best. Permission to sell. Appreciate the bidding. 176 hold. Belinda, permission to sell away from our bidder here. 176 is the offer. Permission to sell away. Our previous bidder entered 176 is bid. Permission to sell. Any further bid or offer need to know? Now, Natalie, that last confirmation and final approval now. 1,176,000. Buyers for these last three calls. We welcome a $500 bid only. Where can you buy a slice of Glen Waverley? This offering, this location, we sell away. No better offer. And so, I haven't forgotten about our previous entrant either. Appreciate the bidding at 1,176,000. At 1,176 and 5. At 1,176 and 500. 177. At 1,177 the offer. At 1,177,000. Now let permission to sell. Appreciate the bidding. A temporary congratulations holds just the right. At 1,177 the offer. At 1,177,000. We call it through three times for the want of 500 only. We sell away. No better offer. At 1,177. Once now, all done, finish and silence. At 1,177 the offer. Twice now, we are selling away at 1,177,000. Definitely got the best. Permission to sell. 177 holds. Ladies and gentlemen, 78 on the buzzer beater at 178. 1,178 is the bid, extending the courtesy of time. 1,178 is the call. 79 returns on the quick bid at 179. At 1,179,000, ample time and opportunity. Now, buyers, given we have reset the clock, won't do it twice consecutively. On the third and final call, we sell away. Cannot take a late bid. We do not reopen. 1,179 is the call. Natalie, definitely got the best this time. Permission to sell away. 179 holds. Three chances now for further consideration at 1,179. At 1,179,000. Sell away. Once now, all done, finish and silence at 1,179 the offer. Twice now, we welcome the owner's gentleman's offer at 1,179 the bid. For the third and final chance, all done, finish and out. 180 on the buzzer beater once again, and welcome in at 1,180. At 1,180,000, tough to pick the strategy. Nonetheless, you reclaim the lead and welcome in at 1,180. At 1,180,000. So you've been very patient, so extended the courtesy of time back to you as well. 1,180 holds. It sits across 1,180 and 500. At 1,180 and 500. Where can you buy a slice of Glen Waverley? Is offering this location extra 500 only. 1,180 and 500 is the offer. At 1,180,500. Once now, all done, finish and silence at 1,180 and 500. Twice now, we are selling away at 1,180 and 500. Look to our previous bid is less than 30 seconds. We sell away 180 and 500. So permission to sell. 180 and 500 is the offer. That third and final call presents. We sell away that third and final call now at 1,180 and 5. At 1,180,500. 181. 1,181 the call. Guys, a suggestion, those 500s are not working. Pick up the pace, up the incremental rise. 181 is the offer. Bid holds across the road at 1,181 the call. At 181 and 5 keeps it consistent at 1,181 and 5. Guys, ample time and opportunity. 181 and 500 is offered. 182 at a minimum, nothing less than the 500 to reclaim the lead. 181 and 5 holds, sir. Need those instructions. Is it permission to sell? Three chances now for further consideration at 1,181 and 500. At 1 million, sell away. Appreciate the bidding and also the acknowledgement, sir, for the second time round. A temporary congratulations. 1,181 and 5 holds. Three chances now. We sell away at 1,181 and 5. At 1,181 and 500. Once now, all done, finish and silence at 1,181 and 5. Twice now, we welcome you owners at 1,181 and 5 the call. For the third and final chance, all done, finish and silent. Gentleman's bid at 1,181,500. We are settling at 1,181,500. Sold. Congratulations at 1,181,500. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what an absolute marathon of an auction. Congratulations to our highest bidder and successful purchaser here today. I tell you what, if you would love that same sold result, you can see in the crowd Belinda Van Suylen achieving some exceptional results within the local market. If you are considering selling and would love these same sold results, please reach out to Belinda. She'd be happy to field that inquiry. But on behalf of the team at Ray White Glen Waverley, thank you for your attendance. Enjoy this nice sunny Saturday, and we'll see you along at our next auctions. Thank you.